Hello, welcome everyone to this live episode of Your Business in HD. Today, we are going to dive into the topic of what your human design says about your greater mission and purpose in your business. So, welcome. If you are hopping on live, hashtag live. If you are catching the replay of this, hashtag replay, but welcome. If you are brand new to my world, my name is Jen Dice, and I am a human design coach and marketing strategist for entrepreneurs. And I am so glad to welcome you to this live. So, why are we talking about our bigger mission and our purpose in our business today? This is something that I have seen come up in conversations with clients, in feedback that I've gotten from client sessions, in just some questions that I've been asked just through networking and just other conversations I've had with some other amazing women in business. And it just got me thinking more and more. And I wanted to just go live on this topic and talk a little bit about what I'm seeing not only with the clients that I work with, but also with just some of the other women in business that I contact or have conversations with throughout from day to day or week to week. So again, this is a pattern that I have been seeing. And one of the things, and you can feel free to raise your hand or drop in the comments if you can relate to this. But usually the clients, when I first sit down to talk with them or speak with them, and we get together on a session to go through their human design and apply it to their business, they usually are at this point where they are stuck with something. They are stuck on something. They are unclear of what their next steps are, not sure what their next offer is going to be, not sure how to create something that's in a little bit more alignment to them. What they've been doing, what they've been trying just doesn't feel good to them. It's burning them out. They're feeling a little stressed. They're feeling maxed out. And they want to continue on this path of growth in their business. They want to continue to serve and to create this bigger impact through their business and through the clients that they serve, but they just want to make sure that they're taking the right steps so that they're not adding more to their plate. They're not like growth without that added like burnout and stress, and making sure that they're on the right path. So that's why with the business, women in business that I see, the clients that I see, usually they come to me with this feeling of I'm stuck. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to be showing up. I need help with my marketing system so that I can show up a little more consistently, because what I'm doing, it just isn't working for me. So they're not consistent, or they're not sure from a content perspective how to create content. Number one, the content creation in a way that works for them, but also the messaging and some of the voice that they put into the content that they're putting out there. What offers to create? How should I launch my business? How should I structure my business so that it really truly works for me, so that I continue to grow? So raise your hand if any of those scenarios have popped up for you as a business owner, because I can 100% agree and relate to all of those things that were coming up. And the reason that I'm tying in, like, how does like offer creation and my marketing system and some of the day-to-day things that I'm doing and human design tie into this bigger purpose? So through these human design sessions, like with clients that I've worked with, and even with my own research and my own work through human design with myself, as you start to uncover different pieces of your human design, you start to get clarity. But in many cases, when you start to uncover that clarity, you also see a little clearer, like what that bigger purpose looks like, what that bigger mission looks like. It might have been an idea that's been floating in the back of your mind. It might have been this inkling of what you're trying to create. It might have been this intuitive hit that you've got, or you just might have known at a deeper level that this is what you're all about, but it just didn't have the light shown on it to show you a little bit more clearly that this is the direction that you're going. And it's like when you have an understanding of that bigger purpose, or you can see that bigger picture a little bit clearer, it's so helpful in getting clear on what the next steps are for this other thing that's starting to show up. And so that's what I kind of wanted to touch on today, because this is something I have been seeing and with the clients that I've been working with. And odds are, if you're a client, or, you come with you've got some of these things that are coming up, you're getting stuck on some of these pieces: offer creation, content creation, marketing systems, your launches, showing up, clients, business structure, your business model, all that stuff. These little pieces that are coming up, it's what's being presented to you that you are getting stuck with some of these things, because number one, yes, they are your path to that growth that you're seeking. But it also is that first little piece of what's deeper inside of you and what we can dive into when it comes to looking at your human design chart to get a little bit more clarity on those things. So again, if you guys are joining me live, to this live, my name is Jen Dice, and I'm a human design and marketing strategist for entrepreneurs. And after 2 years, I actually was running a Pinterest marketing company for 2 years, working with high level achieving women in business, trying to grow their business through organic marketing. And I saw this gap of too many female entrepreneurs, myself included, relying 100% on the strategies and the tactics that are given to them, and really almost abandoning what actually they have, is like what those gifts, what that magic is that you have inside of you, and really kind of not paying too much attention, or not really regarding like what's actually going to work for you. So all of the strategy, but kind of leaving yourself out of your business. And so with that gap, that's kind of what I set out to kind of bridge that gap between that strategy and really infusing more of your authentic self into your business and into your brand, so you can grow in an authentic and aligned way. So today I work primarily with female online entrepreneurs, helping them to create more freedom and peace in their business, and that hell yes business and that hell yes life, by uncovering more of their human design and infusing that into their business to elevate their impact and ultimately help them uncover that bigger purpose of what they're trying to accomplish through their business. So we are talking about what your human design says about your greater purpose and mission in your business. So 3 takeaways you can walk away with from this video, from this live training. A little bit of pre-work. If you're completely brand new to human design, you've never seen your chart, you're not sure what I'm talking about, stay tuned, because I will have a free resource, a free gift for you guys to go get if you want to dive deeper into that or learn a little bit more. But the first thing you do before diving into these takeaways is grab your chart, go to mybodygraph.com, grab your free chart. It will give you your information on, you'll have like a little graph or a diagram on the left-hand side of the screen, and then a little written summary on the right-hand side. That summary is where I'm going to pull a couple of pieces of this information that you can take away. So go ahead and do that. If you haven't, hit pause and then come back to this training. So the first takeaway I want you to dive into when you have your human design chart, it is a little deeper than just knowing your type. So many of the clients that I work with come to me and they already know, at least some of them for the most part, know what their type is. They know they're a manifesting generator or a generator or a projector or a reflector or a manifester, and that's it. Or maybe they know a couple of key pieces of information of what it means to be that manifesting generator or projector or generator, right? But they don't really have more than that. So then that's kind of where it stops, and they don't really have a really good way of how to apply that. So grab your chart, grab your type. And the first thing I want you to start with, when we're looking at uncovering your bigger purpose, and your mission in your business, is number one, look at what is your strategy. You will have a human design strategy that is tied to your human design type. So you're either going to have the strategy of to respond, you're either going to have the strategy of wait for the invitation, to inform, or wait on the lunar cycle. There's 4 different types, because manifesting generators and generators, you kind of follow similar. Manifesting generator, you're likely going to follow the generator, depending on whatever you have defined in your chart. To some degree, as an MG, you can tie in a little bit to that manifester with your strategy, but strategy is important. This is the reason why you want to really understand what it means or what that strategy says, is because that's telling you how you're meant to interact with the world around you. Many of us in business, we're given the strategy, we're given the tactics, and then we try to force them. We're told, if you want to be successful in your business, you have to check all of these boxes off. We're handed a checklist, we're handed a structure, we're handed a strategy, and told to just go do. And it doesn't really take into account that some of us will take some of those items on that checklist and we'll say, oh, I can do like this, and this, but like this couple other things, like, it just doesn't feel right to me. I don't want to do them. And so then that's where you get a breakdown of like trying to fit yourself into somebody else's box. So yes, these other coaches and these other business strategists and everything out there, and they have these systems that really work, odds are they are created and they've built and had success with them themselves. And some other people have been able to kind of replicate that success. But ultimately, what it comes down to is understanding how you are designed to interact with the world around you so that you're not forcing your energy anywhere. Because when you're trying to force things, that's what's going to lead to the feeling drained. That's going to what's going to lead you to feeling burnt out. You're just making sure that you are, in a sense, taking the guidance that you're given, but then building your own damn box, right? Like, just like, that's what it comes down to. Like, if these pieces of this system don't work for you, how can we work to tweak them in a way that really works with your energy and how you're designed to interact with the world and how you're designed to exchange energy with the world? So that is why that strategy is super important, a super important piece of your human design chart. To get started with. The second piece and takeaway is make sure you check into your human design authority. This is also listed in that summary if you go to mybodygraph.com, and it will tell you how you're designed to make aligned decisions. So if you start to work with how you're designed to interact with the world, your strategy, you likely are going to have opportunities that come your way that you have to make decisions on, or you likely have decisions you're trying to make in your business right now. But this is where we get stuck. We get stuck on what is the right decision and what isn't. Once you start to tie in your strategy with your authority and you start to really get a sense of how you are designed to make decisions and really tap into and tune into your inner guidance, that means you're going to have a better understanding and trust yourself a little bit more with what you say yes to and with what you say no to. And most of us say yes to too much shit. Like, most of us say yes to too much, like, stuff, opportunities, requests, people asking things of us. Like, we say yes too fast. And that will lead us to take on too many things that are not in alignment with us, which leads to the burnout, leads to feeling drained. You know, even if it's in your marketing, if it's in the clients that you're seeing, if the launches that you're doing, the team members that you're hiring, those types of things. So that authority is going to help you make those aligned decisions and keep you on that track towards your bigger mission and your purpose. That's how those two pieces really sync together to help you take action and steps towards those goals. The third piece is a little bit deeper in your chart. And this is something that when I'm working with clients, this is kind of one of the things I do, and I do absolutely touch on, because when it comes to understanding your human design, this piece will just get you started in understanding and shine a light on that bigger mission and that purpose as to why you're actually in business. And am I 100%? I feel like most of us already know this. It's already inside of you. You already know, like, you're already doing the things that is going to lead you to this bigger mission. But just pulling this piece out of your chart and understanding it and kind of doing a little bit of research on it will just kind of confirm that for you, and then make things so much clearer. So when you go back to making those decisions, it's almost like you have that, a little bit more of that map lit up in front of you on which direction to go. So that piece of your chart is your sun gates in your chart. So if you are looking at your chart on mybodygraph.com, on the image side, there's two lines of boxes. There's a line of square boxes that are all in red, and there's a line down the page of boxes that are all in black. The top boxes have a little sun symbol in them, and there's a number with a decimal point and a number after the decimal point. The number before the decimal point is your sun gate. So I would start with the one number in that black box at the top. You can try Google if you want a little help uncovering like what that is. I can definitely absolutely shine some light on that with you and tell you what that is. But that gate is more a representation of your life theme. That's a part of a bigger picture. You have to dive a bit deeper to get more of that full purpose view. But this is just that little shred of light, but it really kind of lifts the fog if you're trying to get a little more clarity on your direction. So that is like the third tip if you're looking at your human design chart to figure out what your chart says about your greater mission and purpose in business. So I hope this was helpful because ultimately, like I said, you already have it inside of you. You've already been doing the things to get to this point in your business. And it's just like when you start to uncover these things, you get that confirmation. And when you get that confirmation of, yes, this is who I am, this is how I'm designed to show up, this is how I'm designed to do these things. And this is my bigger purpose. This is a part of the mission and the impact I'm trying to create because it's not the entire piece of that whole purpose life mission. There's other pieces that go into it, but this will help shine a little bit of a light for you and give you that little bit of an aha so that you can then go back and make those decisions with a little bit more clarity on the offers that you're creating, the marketing that you're doing, the launching that you're doing, how you're choosing to grow and scale your business, and all of those things. So I hope that was helpful. If this brought up more questions and answers for you, look in the comments that will go with this video. I have a link there. You can grab that. It is your next step. If you want to dive into the number one, like the first couple of pieces that I talked about in this video with getting started with pulling your human design chart, the first couple of things you can do to get started with your human design chart. And there's some training in there to help you understand how to start applying your human design to your business. Go ahead and click that link, grab it. And then if you have questions at all, please feel free to reach out. Let me know. I'm happy to also help shine a light and work with your human design chart and answer some questions for you so that you can start applying this stuff to your business and ultimately build that business and that impact that your soul and your heart is craving. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I will catch you guys next time on the next episode of Your Business in HD. All right, bye, everyone.